Jarrell Miller posted this on his social media. For those of you not familiar, he's facing off here with Jon Jones. Yes, the UFC heavyweight champion. And below, you can see Miller put, "Something big is brewing." Now, Jarrell Miller, for those of you who are maybe not aware, did have a career in kickboxing. And that career came to an end after failing a PED test, unsurprisingly. But he is trained in martial arts like kickboxing. And also, as I understand it, although he doesn't have any fights in this particular discipline, he's also trained in MMA, grappling, wrestling, so on and so forth, not just the kickboxing. And obviously, he's been doing professional boxing for many, many years now. So obviously, at first glance, people are going to say Jarrell Miller would be destroyed in the octagon and Jon Jones would be destroyed in a boxing ring against Jarrell Miller. And I would have to concur with that. But you never know. Fighting is unpredictable, particularly when you get big guys in there. And I don't know, it'd be something different for Jarrell Miller if this was to happen in the UFC. Now, the UFC have a weight limit, which I think is 265 pounds, which in the modern day is a very, very low weight limit for heavyweights. So I'm not sure why they've got such a low weight limit, but yeah, 265 pounds. Jarrell Miller is never going to be able to make that. This guy, at best, might be able to get down to 280. He's never going to get down to 265. If he did, they definitely need VADA testing. Do you know what I mean? Because I just don't see it. So either there's nothing going on here, and Miller's just posting for the sake of posting, or maybe they will partake, or perhaps they're discussing partaking in an exhibition match or some type of non-title bout where the weight limit will not be imposed. If that is the case, would you guys be interested in watching this bout? Personally, I would, just out of curiosity to see what Miller can do in the octagon. I certainly wouldn't be interested in seeing what Jon Jones can do in a boxing ring, because I don't think it will be much. It'll be far more interesting to me, at least, if this takes place under MMA rules. And who knows? It's a crazy world out there. UFC isn't doing as well as it was, let's say, 12 months ago or so. Boxing has taken the play away from UFC. Now, some people are wondering why Jarrell Miller would be an opponent for Jon Jones in the octagon. Surely there would be more eyes on it if it was a boxing match. You know, that's what some people have said. Well, Jarrell Miller, last I checked, is embroiled in a legal battle with his promoter, Dimitri Salita. I don't know the nature of his contract with Salita, but it's possible, I guess, that contract is only applicable to Jarrell Miller partaking in boxing matches. If he fights Jon Jones in an MMA match, that might be outside the jurisdiction, if you will, of his contract with Salita. So maybe this is why Jarrell Miller is exploring this particular option, because, yeah, there's definitely no love lost between he and Salita at this point. So let me know what you guys think about this one in the comment section below. Jarrell Miller versus Jon Jones. You reckon there's any legs in this? Or do you reckon it was just a little joke face-off because they're maybe somewhat familiar with each other or whatever the case may be? And as I say, Jarrell Miller has been hanging around with and training with MMA people for many, many years. So yeah, give me your take on it. Are you surrounded by mindless bots in human form who adhere to the norm and blindly conform, who swallow all the mainstream BS and actually ridicule you for questioning things? Do you wish you had more free-thinking individuals in your life to network and converse with? Well, look no further. We're right here. Come and join the Brotherhood of Reason on Patreon. You'll gain access to my weekly topical content where we take deep dives on an endless variety of subjects, as well as my vast back catalogue of podcasts, videos, interviews, movie decodings, and my Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You'll also get to talk and network with myself and hundreds of other people in our members chat. You can enjoy all this via the Patreon app or on desktop and download all my podcasts in high-quality MP3. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store, or simply visit patreon.com on a web browser. Then head on over to my page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. All the links are in the description box below. And just a quick money-saving tip for Apple users. If you purchase your Patreon subscription on the desktop site or on Android, then you'll avoid the ridiculous 30% fee that Apple charges for purchases made on the iOS app. So if you're on iPhone or iPad, save yourself some money by buying your subscription on the actual Patreon website or on Android because it's a lot cheaper. Once you've made that initial purchase, you can then use the Patreon app on your iPhone or iPad thereafter to access and enjoy your content as normal.